Good afternoon, and how are you? And we want to welcome you to the Cannon County Chamber Connection, and this is the June edition of this show, and of course it's provided to you and to us by DTC Cable Channel 3. And you can view this all month long until we do this again. I know you want to. You'll want to see it more than once.
At least twice.
That's right. And my name is Carolyn Motley, and I'm with the Chamber of Commerce, and I have a co-partner here who is Sue Conley, and she is the CEO of Stones River and DeKalb Hospitals, and she is also a chamber board member.
I'm glad to be here.
There you are. Yeah, we've done this before, and Sue does a good job with this.
And if I don't, it's so what you got.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
We do have some guests with us today, and of course, the two ladies that are with us now are involved in the We Care Cannon project that we have every year. And of course, this is done in July, and I'll let them tell you a little bit about, as you can see, we have school supplies, and we have a number of items that these people provide to students that are entering school in our school system. And I've worked in it 2 years. This is the third year, right? Mm-hmm. Well, actually, I lied. I missed last year because I forgot it. But I sent my daughter and my granddaughter. So I had somebody there. We have Aletha Thomas, and you are Dr. Thomas's wife, right?
I am.
And Sue Thomas
and Daisy Gannon, and you are the soccer coach's wife.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I go get a title too.
But most importantly, she's our pharmacist at Stones River Hospital.
That's right.
She's fabulous.
You have something coming up that I think is great, and this is a fundraiser. We'll start out with that, and then you guys can tell them what you do with all of this stuff.
Well, I'll let Aletha talk about the fundraiser since it's in her backyard.
Yes, it's in our cul-de-sac in Houston Hills on Maple Drive. And the fundraiser is this year going to be centered around a Caribbean theme. It's going to be called A Night in the Islands. There'll be a steel drum band, a live auction, and a meal supplied by the Blue Porch. They're going to be the caterers for the evening. And
Are they cooking a pig?
They are.
I thought so.
Yes,
Wow.
we're going to have jerk chicken, everything from the Caribbean. Wow. And so all the proceeds from that night, ticket sales, the live auction proceeds, all of that goes to benefit We Care Cannon for this year. So.
Yeah, why don't you tell them a little bit about what We Care Cannon is so everybody knows. Is Daisy going to say that, or is that Aletha?
I will say the fundraiser is going to be June 21st.
June 21st, I'm sorry, June
21st.
21st to 6 p.m. Tickets are on sale now, $50 a piece, and you can get those tickets at Farm Bureau and at Woodbury Funeral Home.
Now, they have a live auction, and last year, what they auctioned off were major.
Yes. Again,
You
we
had
have,
a trip to Panama for a week.
Wow.
What were some of the other things that you had in the auction last year? I remember they were great.
This year we have a lot of good stuff lined up. We have gravel, we have some stocks. Again, that was a really big project last year. Farm Bureau gave us stock. I think First National is going to give us some stock this year. We have another trip, a condo in Florida. We also have a duck hunting trip this year. So I think they're all excited about that.
We have a set of tires from Bridgestone this year, and
Wow.
Boyd's Garage has agreed to donate a putting those tires on, rotating, balancing them, doing all that. So
Very good.
It's a whole big
Wow.
package.
So they're major items to
major
vote on. I mean,
things,
to bid on. So everybody needs to go, if nothing else, to bid on. I mean, who knows? You could get a trip or tires for $100. I mean, come on.
Hopefully
Everybody
more,
needs to go to
because
this.
it's a fundraiser.
It is a fundraiser, and you have to keep that in mind
Yeah.
when you go to this. This is a fundraiser. Now, Daisy, you tell me where all this money goes.
Last year we raised about $21,000 locally. We're very proud that most of our fundraising is local. Local companies, local businesses, local people on their own. And we have come up with some great products to send our children back to school. Last year we had about 560 children the day of the event. All of our schools participated, K through 12th. We even had some pre-K. involvement. We do homeschool children. You do not have to be enrolled at the school system. You can be a homeschool child. And we do not look at financial need. If you feel you need back to school supplies, we will provide it that day. So we not only have school supplies listed from K through 12 teachers that come up with the list, we give toiletries and socks and shoes. Underwear is also involved.
Haircuts, dental checkups.
Our local physicians come out and will check a child out and just make sure everything's okay. We had the Lions Club come and do vision screens. So it's just a wonderful event from our community.
And this is free.
All of it's free.
It is a good thing, and it helps, and like I say, it's free. You don't have to qualify. It is for Cannon County children. Now, that is the one stipulation, that you have to be enrolled in Cannon County schools or be homeschooled
right, yes.
in Cannon County. So that's, and it's nothing that we have anything against children from out of the county. It's just that you can only provide so much. And I just think it's a great opportunity, and it's hard for you to believe that there may be children in your community that don't have things as simple as socks and underwear, but there are.
Yep.
And last year we were able to give 5 days of socks and 5 days of underwear. So it was a great accomplishment. So, and that's going to be July 27th at 2 p.m. at Woodbury Grammar School.
And it'll last till 5 or until
That
the
will-
last child comes through.
Now, that's when you distribute all
Yes,
of these
yes.
things, right?
Yeah.
But the fundraiser,
It's June 21st.
June the 21st, 6 p.m. And tickets, like we said, are at Farm Bureau Woodbury Funeral Home.
Right.
So, or $50 a piece.
and it kind of helps if you let them know you're planning on coming so that you
Yes,
can,
yeah.
so they can provide enough food for everyone. You know, that pig's not going to feed everyone if you show up and haven't told them. But great thing y'all do every year. I think this is one of this and the fishing rodeo and the Princess Ball are 3 of my favorite events. And we certainly hope this year goes good for you too. And listen, the night on the islands, that's a lot of fun if you go down there and buy a ticket, even if you don't buy anything. Of course, they want you to.
Absolutely. So what is the dress? I just have to know. Everybody always wants to know, what do I wear? Whatever they want?
grass skirt.
Sure. It's
Just, just something fun, relax.
something fun and
Doesn't
relaxed.
have to be fancy
Shorts
at all.
and
Last
whatever.
year, there were a lot of Hawaiian shirts. So
Okay.
it was a little
Perfect.
So, I mean,
Good.
we're still in the Caribbean, so it's fun.
Well, and Dr. Thomas has many outfits, and he
If you forget your fun shirt, I'm sure he'll go
he'll
to
have
one.
one, yes, and crazy pants and all kinds of things. So he's a great dresser. He's a snappy dresser, as they say. So
Colorful, very colorful.
yes. So
Fit for the islands. Ladies, good luck on all of this.
yes, good luck. And I'm buying 2 tickets. So
And we appreciate,
wonderful.
well, I'm buying a ticket too, and we appreciate everything that y'all do because
Absolutely.
this goes to, I don't have any children that, or grandchildren that benefit from this, but
Either.
there's a lot of kids that do.
Yep,
Yes.
there are.
So,
But somebody's kids and grandkids benefit, right?
that's right. There was a lot of them that benefited,
they-
and my station the first year was the highlighters, I think. I mean, you're provided a space, you know, you're over pens, you're over crayons,
That's
you're
right.
over paper.
And there's a lot of places to volunteer. Like you volunteer the day before, and even kids can help there. On the day everything's given out, there's no kids allowed to volunteer, right?
Right. It's only adult
Yeah.
adult volunteers the day of the event. The day before the event, there's a lot of preparations that go on at Woodbury Grammar, and any volunteer,
Yeah.
any age. We have kindergarten kids. My kids come in, and they
Yes.
rubber band pencils. They
And
put
her
caps.
kids are pretty hilarious, I do have to say. They're pretty fun kids, so.
But it's a great community.
It is.
effort.
It's
That's
really
what
good.
makes this so special. It's for our kids and it's for our teachers and our schools, but it's provided by our community, by our
That's
county,
right.
and that's what makes it beautiful.
It's great. It's a great thing.
All right,
So,
good thing.
thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, there's so many different activities and things that go on that people that can take advantage of in our community that is provided by our community.
Yeah.
And that's one of them. That was just I think that started probably through the Youth Dream program, which was to benefit students and teachers in our schools and everything, and it's one thing led to another, and then this has developed, and listen, that's people just getting out there helping themselves right here. It's,
Yeah.
you want to provide for them, then everybody's got to pitch in.
That's right. Dr. Thomas and everybody does a great job on that.
Oh,
So it's
they
very-
do.
And they're fun. It's a lot
Ron
of fun.
Poston with
Yep.
Farm Bureau, he's
Yep.
a big supporter of
Absolutely.
this. Oh, there's several in town, several businesses, several individuals that really go all out for this, and we're real proud of them. We've had 2 more people join us, and of course, one of the things that we're always happy about at the Chamber is when new businesses join, and when new businesses come to town. Now, Alex over here he is the owner of Layback Custom Lumber. And you're not really new to the community, are you? You're new to the chamber.
Right,
But
right.
not new to the community.
Yeah.
Where are you located at?
I'm on Highway 53 in the Midway community, and I've been out there about 18 years.
Wow.
And we're just now kind of getting the word spread out to the public. We've done a lot with the industry in the past, and we're just trying to provide a few products for the community now.
I was gonna say, where have you been? 18 years.
Yeah, all the old sawmills have disappeared.
They have.
The older people have passed away and sold out. So now we're trying to provide for the community again. Everybody has gotten away from it and went to, big quantities and
What do you
commercials.
specialize in, though? Just custom?
We do barn lumber. We do, just custom pieces, people have for their houses and stuff, for arts and craft makers, surveying material. And of course,
Pallets.
we do lots of pallets and pallet cut stock and everything, just huge quantities now.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is a good thing. How many do you employ now, Alex?
I have 12 people that work for me, some full and part-time, and we're kind of in the middle of an expansion, and there's actually a couple pretty good-sized deals in the making, which is, if happen to come through, will be major. And this is something that's happened just recently in the last several days.
Good.
Oh, well, good.
So
We
maybe-
like major.
Yeah, so maybe we can,
I'm sure you do
something.
too.
Yeah, I guess so.
So where'd the name
Maybe, you may have to hire a few more people.
I know.
This is a good thing.
Well, so where'd the name Laid Back come from? Is that-
Well, it really kind of started in high school. I went to school to be an environmental engineer, and for our projects in school, we had to have a company. And so, it's all funny when you're young, stuff like that. So, and it just kind of stuck. And of course, I started actually started the business and started doing work under that when I was like maybe 16 or 17. And then I already had it and had the name and had a few checks made. So,
You just stuck with it.
Stuck with it. I've thought about changing it, but I had uncles that were in the business, and they had Robinson Sawmill and Robinson Lumber and Robinson Pallet, and it really didn't leave me with many options.
Unless you use somebody else's name. huh?
And my aunt recently asked me, "Why did you come up with that name?" I was like, "Because y'all had everything else. I mean, what was I supposed to put?"
You were 16,
Yeah, so we just kind of stuck with the name, and it's not laid back at all anymore. I mean,
I was going to say, it
Y'all are
doesn't
very
sound like it's
busy.
laid
not at
back.
all, not at all.
Well, I like I say, we're always proud to have new members come into the chamber. What are your expectations, other than you said you were working on some new deals that may be major? But do you see yourself doing this forever?
Yeah, I really can't think of anything else I'd rather do, and as of right now, I'm pretty much fully invested in it, so
Yeah, so there's no backing out, huh?
yeah, I guess I'm in it until I pass away or get ran off on.
Well, I don't want to. Until your employees take over, is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, somebody will take over, I'm sure.
So is there anything special besides what you told us that you'd want people to know about your business? Anything else that you offer that we hadn't mentioned? Or?
Well, like I said, we're trying to get back and do a little bit more for the community. We have people as far away as Dixon and Sparta and even out of Alabama looking for just meals that will do small orders and like for their barns and repair jobs. And it's been hard for me to get to in the past, but we're trying to make more time for everybody, you know, because
Usually they want big numbers.
well, no, the companies and everything keep us pretty much busy, but it's people that just want a small order to do something and just can't find it anymore, you
Yeah.
know? And so we've been trying to get back to that a little more.
So it's not just wholesale, it's retail as well. So,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Community oriented.
Good.
yeah.
You said your family has been in this. Was this your initial take on this as well? The whole family's in it. I guess I'll be in it too. An
No.
environmental engineer.
Right. Yeah, the
No,
titles-
aren't they against cutting down trees?
Well, you make a little bit more money in cutting them down than hugging them. but no, it was kind of a different.
I just had to go there with you. I just had to.
It's a little different.
Renewable resource.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, there's more trees growing in the United States today, actually about 120% more growing in the United States today than over 200 years ago. Because people now farm them and take a little bit more care of them. We put out, brush fires and stuff that used to just burn,
That's
you know.
how we plant trees, don't we, wherever that's happening?
Yeah, everybody plants trees. Too bad they're Bradford pears, but everybody plants them. But as far as that, I went to school and did I got a degree in computer-aided drafting, and that pretty much got my foot in the door at an engineering company, and it just kind of went from there. It was something I never thought I would do, but ended up doing it.
Well, see there, but it's worked out.
Yeah.
And the thing that I'm excited about, you have 12 employees, and
Amen.
if these come through, then that means more employment for
Yeah.
Cannon County, so this is a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know much about cutting wood or doing any of that, but I'm still glad that you're a member of the chamber, and any time that you need some special attention, I think you do need special attention. All you gotta do
Well,
is call me.
Maybe that's what I needed.
A little special attention. That's right. We have another new business and a new, now you haven't been here for
No.
12 years or 18
A
years or
couple months
whatever.
we've been open. And
Right.
it's a deli bakery. A lot of people don't even realize that we sell lunch meat and salads and everything by the pound, the slice, whatever you want.
Good.
And my daughter bakes. She bakes birthday cakes, whatever you want. Boston cream, we have
Yummy.
all kinds of sweets. And we do have sandwich specials. We have two right now, which is like the $5 and the $7. One is a half sandwich, one is a whole. But you still get with both. You get a drink, chips, and a choice of either coleslaw, potato salad, or soup. And everybody seems to think those are great prices, I hope. They keep telling me
Well,
that.
good, good. Well, they'll tell you. Trust me, they'll tell you if they don't like it.
You know, I think we should tell your name.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
Susan.
do you really want my name?
Yes,
Okay,
Suzanne DeNoble.
My name is Suzanne DeNoble, and the bakery is Sue's Deli and Bakery. It's 119 North Cannon Street. It's right across from the courthouse.
Now,
It
this is
what it
not
We
a
bake
sit-down
bread.
restaurant.
No,
This is a-
You can't. It's very small, and it's really takeout. There's my daughter who does most of the baking, and my son who, there's just the three of us.
Okay.
We don't take orders now. We are trying to add more things that the customers like. We're trying to add Reuben sandwiches and club sandwiches to the menu. We're working on that right now. We've only been open 2 months, and we finally decided on hours because we were playing around with different days. We're open 9 to 6, Monday through Friday. Now, we do pre-orders. If anybody needs a cake or a party tray or anything for Saturday or Sunday, As long as you call by, say, 6 o'clock Friday and let us know, we will have it ready for you whatever time you
Oh, good.
specify.
Good.
She does full cakes, sheet cakes, Boston cream, you name it, carrot cake, fudge, marble fudge. I can't think of all the different things.
So if somebody wanted to, they forgot that they were having company or knew they were having company and they stopped by, would you have cakes prepared, ready to go, or do they have to be
We
ordered?
don't have them ready to go, but
Okay.
like the other day, a woman came in and she had, I guess, messed up the cake that she needed for a birthday cake.
I
and she
can
needed
relate
it
to
for
that. I sure can.
2 o'clock. Well, my daughter was there and she said, give me a few hours, and we had it ready, a sheet cake for the birthday party for 2 o'clock.
Oh, good.
And everybody
So,
was happy.
It's too small of a place to make too many cakes
Yeah.
and just leave it out there in
Sure.
case somebody wants it.
Sure.
But give her a couple hours and
Do you do
she'll have it
cookies and
ready.
stuff so you can call in to
Cookies,
say what
3
you
for
want?
$1. We
Okay.
have chocolate chip,
Okay.
oatmeal raisin, peanut butter, and sugar. Cherry pie and apple pie,
yum.
and death by chocolate, we call it. It's a brownie about like this with double fudge.
Now you're just being
and double
mean.
fudge on top. I'm not trying to. You know, we do mini sandwich trays too,
Good.
and we do like meat and cheese. Actually, when somebody comes in there, we ask them, "What do you want?" And then we try to fill it. So it's almost anything goes within reason that we can do.
Good.
A lot of people don't know we're selling lunch meat.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
didn't know
I
that
don't care
till
if
we
you
had-
want a slice or cheese, the same thing. Just, you know, come on in, say, what would you like? You point to it, something.
You
and
want
tell
a
me what you
pound of
want.
that pastrami right there.
If it's a spoon of this or yeah, a slice of that, it doesn't matter.
Okay, good to know.
So I can't think of anything else. That's basically it.
That's what you do,
It's cakes,
isn't it?
it's, you know, salads, it's delis, it's sandwiches, it's, you know.
But there you go, and it is takeout, and you don't deliver right now at
No,
that point.
no. But we do take pre-orders for, you know,
Whatever that
we-
you would
yeah.
need.
Yeah, we have done a few items, you know, people going to the funeral home needed certain party
Yeah,
trays,
yeah.
and we've done a few of those, and for birthdays and for baseball team, you know, different things. So we're just starting out, though. We've only been open a couple months.
Yeah.
Come and visit us.
That's right.
We have
That's
good
Sue's
prices.
Deli and Bakery,
We
and
have
it's
breads,
on.
you
Yes.
know, pumpernickel, rye.
Oh, good to
And
know.
you'll even
Italian.
bake them a loaf if they want it, won't you?
Well, we usually, if somebody wants a certain loaf of bread, you know, pumpernickel or something, or we have cinnamon raisin, call the night before. Or if you call in the morning, she'll have it for you, you know, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We
Good.
do that.
Good, because it's kind of hard to find rye bread. That's my favorite.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I like that
We
stuff.
just started, one customer wanted unseeded.
Okay.
So we got it last week. So now we have unseeded rye and seeded.
Okay, good to know.
So
Good to know.
There you go.
that's basically it. That covers it
Okay.
all.
2 new members. I'm proud to have you, and you're about as opposite on the wheel as you can get, but that's okay. It's all right.
Makes
'cause
the
we
world go
like it.
round,
That's
innit?
right, that's right. We got 2 gentlemen here, and each one of them is over a little different area. One of the things that we're so proud of in Cannon County, of course, is our farmers, and the fact that we have, they have established a great farmers market at the Art Center, and this was completed, I believe, last year. And it's covered, you're out of the rain, your stuff's not gonna get overheated when you're under there, and we're hoping that people will come to this farmer's market and that we will also have more people involved in selling things at the farmer's market. But we have a gentleman here who is, he's at the farmer's market every week, aren't you? We have Harold
About the
Underwood,
1st of
and
July till about mid-October.
he has great vegetables. I mean, you do. I'm not just saying that. The Blue Porch, which is the restaurant at the Art Center, buys vegetables from Mr. Underwood. And this year, we're a little bit late, aren't we?
Gonna be late on kind of rain, but we'll get started around maybe the 1st of July.
We had some colder weather earlier, too. I mean,
Cold weather.
later, and it kind of stunted everything, didn't it?
There may be some that if they've got the rains, they'll be able to come in with early crops, probably mid-June, late June. such as beets, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, stuff like that.
We've already had one man that was here this last week, and of course, we weren't expecting farmers market people, and they had a car show, the FOP had a rain out car show down here, but I believe that he came anyway and he had cabbages. So that may be one of them that you'll be looking at here shortly.
There's different people in the market grows different things, so you have a variety,
Yeah.
good variety of vegetables when they get down here, once everybody gets coming. Usually we have from 15 to 20 different vendors set up, and they'll just about have anything you're looking for in a way, something to eat. You won't go hungry
That's right.
during the summer.
So sorry.
Go ahead.
I said,
Go ahead,
can
Tim.
anybody come and sell at the farmer's market?
Yes.
Then cost anything, or does it?
As far as I know, it costs $10 to become a member.
Okay.
And they need to see Bruce Stillman for that. Other than that, it don't cost anything. We want the building to be full if we can get it full.
Sure.
The more you got, the more people you got, a different variety of stuff you got, the more people's going to come looking for something to buy.
Yeah.
And we just want everybody to come.
Well, last year they had everything.
Yeah.
Last year, I mean, if you,
we can feed you pretty good.
yeah.
I'll say,
I
even
think
home
you
baked
can feed
goods.
us pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have home baked goods. We have they bake pies. One lady brings pies. That's all she brings is fried pies.
Those fried pies, and you got to get there early to get the peach ones.
I'm surprised you probably have to get there early to get any at all.
I know.
They have jellies, jams, and one guy come that has nothing but salsa. And
I know who they are,
yeah,
and it's good.
well, they say it's good.
I bought some last year, I
eat
did.
salsa.
Well, I'm not, I do, as long as it's not hot.
It's homemade. He makes it
Yeah.
himself, and they say it's good. And
It was.
of course,
I do.
you know, gardening is from early spring to late fall thing, and if you study gardening, you can raise any kind of vegetables that from spring to fall, and it varies from spring to fall. What you raise in spring, you probably can't do any good with in fall. So, you know, there's a spring, summer, and fall vegetables that do well.
All the beans come in the
That's
fall.
right, that's right. And Mr. Underwood, now, there's certain criteria for being part of the farmer's market. It has to be food. It's not like a flea market. People are not
No.
going to bring all their stuff and sell I just want to make sure everybody understands.
It's farmer's produce.
Okay, farmer's
market.
produce, okay. Because I've been at some where people try to come up with all kinds of different things, have their
At
garage
some
sale.
farmers markets, they do sell
Yeah,
everything. They sell flowers and,
yeah.
I guess you'd
Pottery.
probably let them sell flowers, wouldn't
We've
you?
sold, for some of them have sold flowers, some of them sells corn stalks in the fall along with
Yeah.
the pumpkins.
Yeah,
And see, that's a
to
good
make a
thing there. I
decoration.
think that's neat.
I do too.
You just, anything you can grow, you can sell.
And eat.
There's some things you can't eat unless you want to eat a corn stalk or something. You know,
Well, you
sell-
ate something on that corn
sell
stalk
it.
now, Harold. That had corn on it at one time.
They sell it where you can decorate with the things that they bring, and they bring them for that purpose, to make decorations.
I've seen gourds
Yeah.
at farmers markets too, where you could make a birdhouse or whatever with a gourd. We have people around here that make lamps out
They
of
do,
gourds.
and they're beautiful.
They are. They are very pretty. Well, we're looking forward to the farmers market getting started. Like I say, you can't get it here until it's ready,
Right.
can you?
Well, we're ready to go, and of course, like I said, we want everybody to come these people that comes like maybe first 2 or 3 weeks in July and sell out of what they've got, and that's all they'll come.
Yeah.
They just had 1 or 2 items that they got. Maybe they raised more than they thought they're going to have, but you don't have to come all year long. Just come to sell what you got.
What you have.
And when is it?
Well, I usually start around the 1st of July.
No, what day is it on a
Oh,
Saturday?
it's on Saturday. It's from 6 o'clock till about 11:30.
Okay.
On a Saturday,
Okay,
just Saturday mornings. Some may come on Tuesday. We've had some come down here on Tuesday, but Usually if they do, they'll advertise that they're gonna be here, because we just mostly advertise on Saturday.
Okay.
Now, there'll be a sign, of course, it's located at the Art Center in the
Right.
parking lot.
And there'll be
on
signs
John
on the
Bragg
side of the
Highway.
road.
Right.
It'll be
And there's gonna be
advertised.
new signs put up
Good.
before you get there, coming each way, so that you'll know where to turn in. It's a great place for it, and it's a great facility.
We're proud of our
And-
building. We had used to set up under tents. And, of course, it rained in those tents.
I know
blow
what you're
away.
gonna tell me, yes.
And,
Or the,
we
what, you're always having to run the water off of them somewhere.
Used to be on the square, and it got too busy on the square, so we got, a bunch of us got together and got to wanting a building, and been fortunate enough to get one through the Arts Center and the County.
A lot of people worked really hard and jumped through a lot of hoops to
Yeah,
get this
and a lot of
facility.
years.
They
Took 3 or
did.
4 years to
Yes,
get
it
one
did.
going.
Looks really nice. Looks very
But
nice.
we're proud of it. And we only got in it maybe the last 6 or 8 weeks last year. So
It was kind of late in the
We're
year
ready to
before
go.
you got in.
we're ready to go this year.
Andy, we didn't forget about you.
That's all right.
You've got
I'm
something.
getting hungry though.
I know, we've talked about, we've talked about everything.
Now I'm getting hungry.
Andy's here on behalf of one of our favorite events during the year, and of course, Andy is president of the Lions Club. And every year they put on the award-winning one-night horse show, walking horse show, and that'll be
right.
on the 5th this year, right, of July.
July the 5th, and we've changed some things around. It's not going to start till 5 o'clock, Carolyn, so you don't have to be there so early with the cakes
This
and
works.
pies.
This works.
But we've changed a few things around. There's been some changes in the walking horse business, and we've sort of tightened our show up a little bit, saved a little bit of money. That's our largest fundraiser of the year. It provides almost 40% of our budget that we donate to charities through. And that pays for doctor's visits, to have your eyes checked, the prescription
Glasses.
and the glasses. We do almost $4,000 a year in just that. With the money we raise from the horse show, we screen eyes at the We Care, at Cannon Care, and we screen.
Well, you go around to the schools
We go
too,
to all
don't
the
you?
schools and the home schools and the daycares, and we screen about between 400 and 500 kids every year.
And there's been a lot of children that have benefited from this over the years, where you have detected eye problems early on that they wouldn't have known, that were very serious eye problems.
Our machine that it's a laser machine. It used to take a picture and then we had to send it off and the doctors look at it. The machine now makes an instant diagnosis, and it says, we don't diagnose. It says, the machine says that you have normal vision or you need to see a doctor. And we've caught a lot of children in the early stages that it has saved their eyesight that way. And we can do as young as 5 months, as long as they can hold their head still enough for us to take that picture.
Well, I know that not only with children, I know I've had calls from different doctor's offices in Murfreesboro, Manchester, where people needed glasses, but they weren't able to pay for them. And they would call our Lions Club. I don't know if other Lions Clubs don't do this or what it is, but they would call to see if they could get some help. And usually we did help, just all of the ones that I knew of.
Yeah, most of the time, the Lions Club in that area will help, but it may have been a person from Cannon County that went to
Well,
see
it
a
may have
doctor
been. It
in
may have been.
Manchester. We don't, right now, we don't have an optometrist
Well, I'm working on that.
in Cannon County.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, Dr. McCubbins from Las Casas wants to put an office over
So
here.
all of our patients have to go out of county
Yeah.
They do.
to see an optometrist. So, and we have deals worked out with several where we can get a doctor's visit, prescription, and glasses for about $110 a person.
Right. But this is just, and then of course, the Lions Club works fights diabetes,
Diabetes.
many other things that we get into as far as for charities.
Diabetes, juvenile diabetes also, adult diabetes. We do hearing. We can get hearing aids. We do a lot of things with children, but mostly it's eyesight. Mostly
Right,
it's
and
eyesight.
and the Walking Horse Show is the main fundraiser to do all of these things.
When you make a donation to the Lions Club, whether it's at the horse show, whether it's on the street where we're collecting money for White Cane, or whether it's coming to the Art Center where you're paying to park for White Oak, we don't use any of that money to pay for any Lions Club functions. We pay dues as Lions Club members. That pays for all of our meals and all that. The expense of putting the horse show on, it comes out of that, but all the profit from the horse show or anything else we do, Princess Winter Ball, is donated to organizations that need it.
The
That we-
Walking Horse Show is one of those things like the car show. That's the Chamber's biggest fundraiser. It's expensive to put on because you provide trophies, you provide other things, and the same way with the Walking Horse. You've got to buy
We
these.
pay out over
and-
$10,000 in
Right.
prize money
Wow.
every year at this one horse show.
And that's what you have to do to get them.
Yeah, exactly. You have to
You do.
have something special at your horse show to draw them in.
So what do you have at the horse show for those of us who are not
Top
horse
walking
people?
horses.
We have, well, for non-horse people, we have a great ham sandwich.
No, I mean, for those of us who don't know about it, I understand so what goes on at a horse show? What do they judge?
We have,
We do have a good concept.
Yeah. That's not, sorry, Andy, I wasn't clear.
we have 37 classes in our
Okay.
horse show. And the Tennessee Walking Horse is divided into two show sections. One is what's called pleasure, which is the flat shod horses. And the other one is performance, which are the ones that they call them up on stacks, or they're the built
Built-up
ones.
shoes.
Built-up shoes.
Like high heels.
Yes, like high heels.
Okay. Shoes I know about. The horses not so much.
So we cater to to both of the organizations, both of the
see.
groups, and that
Okay.
by having flat shod and the padded horses.
Okay.
The walking horse is a big, flashy horse.
Show horse.
It's a show horse. Of all the Tennessee walking horses that are registered, probably 8 to 9% make a show horse. So it's a very small percentage that actually do show. A lot of them are pleasures out on the farm. They can, walking horse can do anything.
Okay.
We had one, and she didn't. She just had colts.
That's what a lot of them do. We have
Barefooted.
we have a beautiful place down at the Clayton Glen Champions Arena.
Okay.
We're well known for our horse show. This will be our 76th horse show.
Wow.
And you've won top horse show for how many of those years? 10, 11, 12?
I can't remember. We were last year's
Last year.
best winner.
Listen, they should have given us each a trophy because we got flooded last year down here at our arena. And when I say flooded, I mean it was standing
July the
water.
4th, we got 10 inches of rain here in Woodbury.
Right, and so we picked up and we moved everything, which meant ice cream, cakes.
The ham sandwich.
Ham sandwiches. And we moved them to Shelbyville to the show arena,
my
the
goodness.
practice arena there, and they put that show on. And I think they were as shocked as we were, because when they called me and said, we're moving to Shelbyville, I says, how do I get a freezer full of ice cream and these pies and cakes out to Shelbyville, you know?
Yeah.
Well, by the time I got down there, Greg
already
Rogers and
had it
all of
there.
them had them in a covered trailer, and we were out of there.
We are. You can't, it's very hard to cancel a show and then reschedule it. Because we'll have anywhere from 250 to 350 horses in that one night there. And we just put on a big horse show. We're all exhausted.
We sure did.
We're all
And they were,
exhausted.
and the scary thing about that is, the owners kind of liked that, I think, because they had the barns there, you know, we're at Shelbyville, and they had all the horse barns and everything, so, but this is a Cannon County show. You know,
They'll
we
be
want
here.
them to come
They'll
here,
be
so.
here. They'll all come back. The horse show last year was hard on us because we didn't have electricity at Center Ring. The concession stand was set up on tables and
Hey, we were
and
over in a
chairs.
corner, and there was mud
But-
holes.
Well, you know, you do what you gotta do.
We put it on.
You do what you gotta do, man.
You can't
You can't cancel.
cancel
can't
because
cancel.
you can't reschedule and get the
No.
crowd back.
That's right.
Well, at that time too, just like those horses out there, there were other shows in the area that they had been at besides ours, right?
There's four horse shows on the July 4th
Is there?
weekend.
Wow.
And the big performance horses, like we call them stake horses, that will compete at the celebration, they can't show every night. They really work hard. So they'll show at one show, and then they won't hit the other four shows that
Because it
week.
takes a lot out of them.
It takes a lot out of them.
hard to walk in
They're
heels.
top athletes. They are top athletes.
Yeah.
And we abide by all the rules and regulations. We hire, the Tennessee walking horse has to be inspected before it goes into the ring.
They were there last year. I
So
remember watching them
we have
check
to-
everything.
We have to hire an organization that is trained to inspect the horses.
Wow.
We're not in that business. We're in the fundraising
Mm-hmm.
business of buying eyeglasses. We're not in the horse inspecting.
So while you say a horse show, it sounds really simple, but there's a lot,
There's
that goes in
to
that.
it.
Wow.
We as part of the horse show, the beta group at school gets points because they come out and do escorts for the ribbons and hand out the ribbons. We have a beautiful center ring, and
We do. We have, the biggest complaint I heard last year was there was no seating, you know, reserve seating,
yeah, but
box seats, and we have that. Out there, it
we
was,
have box seats
you
here.
bring your chair and sit as close to the ring as you
We
could.
were lucky to have horse show.
Just watch
last
where you
year.
step.
Yes.
That I do know about horses.
But, but
Well,
we,
you're not out there in the ring with them. so-
No, well, I know, but they gotta go
just
come on the
close.
way too.
we do have a good concession stand, and we have a ham sandwich. And we
It's
just
country ham.
it's country ham, and
Which I
we
didn't know there was such a thing until I moved to Tennessee, I have to say. I bought a ham, I was like, man, this is salty. And they're like, that's country ham. I was like, oh, okay.
well, when I say ham sandwich, it's a ham.
You
it's a country
assume
ham
that
'cause
everybody knows, and
yeah.
they don't.
and we just lost one of our good ham scrapers, and you'll have to ask Jackie Rogers what scraping ham means. When
I
you see-
know what scraping
Well, I don't
ham
know.
is.
Well, everybody out watching needs to ask Jackie Rogers what scraping ham means. You know, Mr. Dude Northcutt
Yes,
passed
he
away.
passed away,
this
and
year.
Dude was, he just celebrated his 100th birthday, and I think last year he was still mowing his lawn.
Yeah.
He was getting ready to work the horse show until we moved it.
Yes.
He worked one of the pancake breakfasts we had earlier
Yeah.
this year,
He cooked sausage.
and he cooked sausage. But we're geared up and we're ready. Everybody's been calling saying we're coming to Woodbury, so we're ready
Okay.
to go.
Well, we're in the business of bringing people
That's
to
right.
Woodbury.
That's
right.
supposed to be.
Well, is there anything else you got going on that besides the horse show? Now, that is the 5th of July,
July the 5th at 5 o'clock.
and God willing, and the rains don't come, we're gonna have it at the Horse Show Arena at the
That's right.
fairgrounds, right?
That's right.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
I'm so proud. I don't have to get there till 3:30.
The horse show used to start at 3:30.
Yeah, I
and
know,
were
I'd be
getting
there at 1 and 2.
We were getting there at 10 and 11 o'clock because there were horses coming in
Yeah.
Yeah.
at that time. And so it was a long day when you were there at 4 o'clock on Sunday morning.
And you're
cleaning
there
up.
until sometimes 1 o'clock the next morning. It's long.
It's a long
We
horse
have,
show.
I will tell everybody, if on that day you have a specialty and you'd like to bake some fried pies or some cakes, nothing chocolate, no chocolate pies or anything, because they melt. before we can get them served. So probably if you are inclined to help the Lions Club, if you could bring any desserts down there and have them wrapped or put in baggies, brownies do good.
Cookies.
Cookies, anything like that. Fruit pies do good, cakes do good. We'd be glad to take them if you could just bring them down that afternoon. We'll be glad to set them up. Bring them to the Lions Club building.
We do ask that if you're going to shoot off fireworks, try to move it away from the horse show arena, because those are animals and
They get scared.
fireworks do
Now,
get
our
scared.
fireworks show is on the 3rd, and they're having one on the 4th at Moortown Fire Department.
It'll just be individual people
Individuals
that do it
letting off on the
Saturday night,
5th, yeah.
Yeah, that would not be good.
All right, well, thank y'all.
Thank
Thank
you guys
you.
so much.
Thank you.
One thing that I think we should explain that we probably haven't in the past that we really need to talk about is our board meets every other month, the chamber board does, and we met on the 2nd of June. And part of our, that we strive to do at the chamber is to bring people into Cannon County, because we do have so many events in Cannon County that other people aren't aware of. And we are striving to bring those people in here, because tourism is good for everybody. When people come in here and spend their money and pay sales tax, that goes to us. You know, that it's a good thing for the community. So one of the things that we decided that we had to do was advertise outside of our county lines. I mean, we advertise inside of them too. But the board did vote earlier this year to retain WCTE Cablevision, and that's a public television station in the Upper Cumberland. And they produced a commercial showcasing Cannon County. Now it's short, but it crammed a lot of things
Sure
into
did.
that short
Sure
one.
did. It looks great.
As far as for, well, it didn't just make us look good, we do look good.
That's right.
And so we strive to put that. This will be shown on Antiques Roadshow on the Upper Cumberland PBS station. It will show on those as a commercial on each one of those shows, and they may be twice a week for a year. And what it is just telling people to come to Cannon County. Now, having said that, there was a lot of people that went together to be able to pay for this, because advertising of this caliber is not cheap. And so the industrial board stepped up and said, hey, we want to promote Cannon County. If you're going to try to recruit people, they have to know where you are. And a quality of life means a lot of things to people, whether they're a business or whatever they are, or a company. They want to know what your lifestyle is like. They want to know about your schools, your town, your civic clubs. They want to know all of that. And so this was a good way for us to present Cannon County to other areas, and this is in the Upper Cumberland part. That's a great show for them to have the commercial on, because a lot of people watch the Antique Roadshow. This was a partnership between the industrial board and several businesses in Cannon County, and the chamber all went together to pay for this. Now, having said that, the board also gave a vote to go ahead and retain DTC, who is going to do a little different kind. They're going to do videos of events on a yearly basis, like you would have 4 times a year, that they would do different events, and this will be put on a disc that we can send out. And we need the tools that will promote tourism and businesses to come in there, and these we can send other places. The one we did in the Upper Cumberland had a watermark, which means that it's their property, it's not ours, even though we paid for it. DTC does not. They're going to make it for us to use as we see fit. Yeah. So that's kind of coming up. As time goes on, it may take maybe a year to get this completed to where we want it. The other thing, Sue, you were at the board meeting, was making our website.
That's right.
Now, so many people do everything on smartphones.
Yep.
Their whole life is run on smartphones. So we're updating our website, the county website, because it is a county website, but we're going to pay for the revisions to that to make it where it's capable for people to use smartphones and other devices to go in there and view our website, because when people travel now, that's usually the thing they use.
So I
are
use
their
all day long is my
smartphones and-
phone to find
That's
out,
right,
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, so that's really exciting because, you know, every time I tell somebody or I have Facebook that we're in Woodbury, that's the first thing they do is get on their phone and put
That is.
Woodbury, Tennessee. And so that's really exciting to bring us into the
And, right, you
century.
got to, I mean,
Yeah.
that's part of
Yeah.
it, you know, and there's people that travel through, and, you know, if they're traveling through, they'll go on their smartphone to see,
where they can eat.
yeah, anything like that.
Absolutely.
So all of this is to kind of bring us in to a century where tourism is going to be our main industry. Whether you agree with that or whether you don't, that is going to be our main industry right now, is people coming into our community. So we certainly want to enhance every capability that we have of doing that. And the other thing is, we want to make all these people feel welcome.
Absolutely.
If they're coming into our community and they're going to spend money for whatever reason, and we want to promote each other. You know, competition's fine, and I think competition's good, but if you can't provide what somebody's looking for, it doesn't hurt a thing for you to say, well, I don't have it, but so-and-so over here has it. And that's how this all works.
That's right. And that's why it's really important, I think, to be a member of the chamber if you're a business, because it benefits you by people knowing about your business. It helps the chamber do more of these activities where we can advertise on behalf of your business and brings more people to your business, because if you're in business, you want to have customers. That's why you're in business. So,
That's right.
so hopefully, you know, and we work with hospitals all over the state, and I want all the hospitals to be fabulous, because if we don't provide a service, I want them to be able to go somewhere that I have
That does.
confidence in. So that's the same thing as if you don't provide a ham sandwich at the horse show, I want to tell you that you can go to Sue's Deli and get one, you know? Or the
right.
hospital. We have great food over there.
The hospital does
We
have
do.
great food.
We have a great
And we have a lot of great food in
We do.
Cannon County.
We do.
really do.
We do.
Real quick, we probably need to go over a few of the
Oh,
events.
yeah.
Coming into July, you will have your Cannon County Fireworks Show. It will be at Dillon Park on the 3rd. 4 p.m. the gates it will be open for you to go. The activities don't start. The music and the hot dogs begin at 6, and the fireworks begin at dark, of course, and it is free to the public. You don't have to pay a thing to go down there and do that. On the 4th, now that's on the 3rd of July. On the 4th of July, the Moortown Volunteer Fire Department, and that's off of Highway 53 at 473 Hollow Springs Road. Bring your own chairs. They're going to have a fireworks show, plus they're going to have special fireworks people there that do special fireworks things.
Whatever that is, they're very special.
And then, of course, the 5th is the Walking Horse Show, and that will be at the
Which apparently
arena.
we're all working at the horse show.
It's a given.
It's a
That's
given,
just all it
yeah.
is. Had a great cruise in for the 50th anniversary of the Mustang's 140 cars. Our next cruise in is going to be June 28th on the square. Everybody come out. We love to see you come out there. The Cannon County Walking Horse, like I say, on the 5th. We went over the night at the Islands for We Care Cannon.
That's right.
And on June 7th, which is coming up, the June Bug Flea Market Blast is going to be at the Trading Post on the mountain. All you got to do is call them. You can call the chamber, and I'll give you the number. You can set up a booth free, and whatever you sell is yours. And Sue, I think we've just about run out of time.
Well, we have, but we have to talk about Southern Fried Funeral, which is the.
Oh, at the Arts Center,
Which is at
great.
the Arts Center, and which stars one of my wonderful employees, I'll just say Mel Neistad. But it is June 6th, 7th, 13th, 14th at 7:30, and June 2nd and 8th at 2 o'clock, and it is hilarious.
Great comedy.
Yep.
And coming up, starting July 11th, Shrek the Musical will
Wow.
take center stage. And that's fun for the entire family. And you can always call the Art Center. They have a great exhibit that's going on right now. There's a piece of it right there, and it is a three-dimensional wood
beautiful.
artist, and his name is Jim Everett. And we are out of time, and we want to thank you for watching, and Sue, thank you for
Thank you.
hosting
It's
with me.
my pleasure.
And we'll see you next month, hopefully.
Bye.